Well, hey there, fight fans, and welcome to another edition of the Speed Bag. Today, a segment I like to call, This Shouldn't Be That Big of a Deal, But It Is. Now, UFC 188 in Mexico City on Saturday night, Nate Marquardt lost via that rarest of methods in MMA, TKO via corner stoppage. See, Marquardt was taking a pretty bad beating at the hands of Kelvin Gastelum, and after he barely dragged himself to his corner after the end of the second round, his coach, Trevor Wittman, spoke with Marquardt just long enough to know that this one was over. Wittman looked over, called it off, even then had to end up apologizing to Marquardt for doing so, for doing the right thing for him. And that kind of tells you something about the state of coach-fighter relations in MMA. I mean, a corner stoppage, not that infrequent in other combat sports, and yet in MMA, we hardly ever see it. And you could argue that some of it is due to having fewer rounds, meaning fewer opportunities for coaches to look their fighters in the eye and find out for sure how they're doing. But a lot of it too seems to be just kind of the culture we have in MMA right now. A lot of coaches seem unwilling to have those uncomfortable moments with their fighters, either in the cage or backstage, explaining why they thought that that was the right time to stop it, why they didn't believe in that one last chance Hail Mary punch to the very end. But Wittman did the right thing. I mean, Marquardt was done there. There was no sense in him going out there for a third round and getting beat up some more. If the referee wasn't going to stop it, it was up to Wittman to make that call. And he did it, even though he knew it would probably put him in some uncomfortable situations, maybe even open him up to criticism from other people. But he cared about his fighter enough to actually step in and do the right thing, which, shouldn't be that big of a deal. And yet, right now, at least in MMA, it is.